Hi, this is David Oates bringing you the story behind the news. A new study suggests that velociraptors' restrictive diet may have been the cause of their extinction. An analysis of velociraptor bones found in a cave in Eastern Europe revealed that they only ate one thing: flesh. And the scientists now think that this extreme and inflexible diet may have contributed to their demise. Since many other animals were going extinct around this time, there may have been none left for the velociraptors to prey on. Well, I guess that's what having a brain the size of a peanut gets you, right, Carol? Now, this may seem a little too ridiculous to be true, and well, it is and it isn't. I was in fact lampooning this story, which gained traction in the online news media recently. It's about a species of cave bear which went extinct, and as I'm sure you've gathered from these headlines, they supposedly died out because they were vegan. Confused? You should be. Yeah, see, I was under the impression that veganism, i.e. the conscious decision to, amongst other things, avoid eating animal-derived products because of ethical reasons, was something that only humans could engage in. I mean, you wouldn't call an elephant vegan. It's not like some elephants go around eating buffalo, while others point out the inherent cruelty in the practice. If only there was some scientific term to describe non-human animals that ate a diet of plants. It's on the tip of my tongue. Vegisaurus? Anyway, due to the absence of such a term, the media, as you'd expect, had a field day with the story, jumping at the chance to provide 98% of their readership with the content they so crave, the kind that makes them feel secure in their choices, and, incidentally, the kind that maintains the status quo. And in order to get this feeling of security about their current consumer habits, they are encouraged to ridicule alternative lifestyles like veganism. And at their core, these articles were essentially suggesting that adopting a vegan diet could lead to our extinction too. In a tongue-in-cheek way, of course, but nonetheless doing important ideological work, making the carnist mind an inhospitable environment for the ideas about veganism. So why was the term vegan used? That's the central question, isn't it? Why was what should have been an innocuous story about one of countless extinct animals turned into an absurdist, yet powerful ideological assault on the vegan movement? I came at it from every angle. I thought maybe the journalists were to blame, using the term to get traffic. But I tracked down the original press release and it uses the term. Aha! I hear you shout. The fault lies with those devious PR professionals then. But alas, no, the press officer was simply quoting the lead author of the paper, who used the term several times. But the researcher was German. Perhaps it was a translation issue. Yet another dead end. The German press release also quotes the head researcher referring to the Barons as Veganer. So I contacted the lead researcher, posing as a reporter for a network called PBN, and amongst other things, I asked him why he used the term vegan to describe the bears, and whether he was suggesting that the bears chose not to eat meat for ethical reasons. To which he replied, the term vegan... Sorry, I can't do a German accent. The term vegan was not used in the original article, but rather herbivorous. Hey, that's the word I was thinking of before. He went on to concede that bears have probably no ethic concerns with eating meat if they can get it. So now I'd established that he knowingly used the wrong term, and he was a bit coy as to why, but I was finally able to ascertain the reason when looking into his past research. You see, he's been down this road before, only last time it was giant gorillas, not giant bears, that went extinct because of their herbivorous diet. This earlier research also garnered widespread attention, but made no reference to the term vegan. So we know that smearing veganism isn't his aim. No, his end goal was simply publicizing his work. In the case of the earlier research, the idea of a real-life King Kong provided the hook. But in the case of the cave bear research, there was no comparably iconic hook for the story. So the researchers manufactured one. And that is what this all came down to in the end. A few researchers and their bid for attention in a world where veganism was trending. All it took was the calculated substitution of a dry scientific term with a highly controversial philosophical one, and the media did the rest. And it worked too, probably surpassing their expectations, as the bear story got even more coverage than the extinct King Kong. And the fact that this coverage came at the expense of the social justice movement that's fighting for animal rights probably doesn't mean much to researchers who next plan to conduct controlled feeding experiments with modern bears. Presumably that means they're going to feed polar bears lettuce and call a press conference when they die. So there it is, folks. No great conspiracy, no powerful interest group, just a few opportunists and an all-too-willing media. And there is a silver lining here, because apparently veganism has become so popular so prominent in the public consciousness that people are falling over themselves to relate their ideas to veganism, no matter how tangential the connection. And that's got to be a good thing. Thanks for watching, everyone. And the next time you see an article attacking veganism, remember, it just means we've got their attention.